I know a lot of you are gonna be like, I've seen oysters, I've eaten them at the restaurant. I eat them all the time. But there's a lot of you like, what, Lincoln? How many oysters have you seen in your life before 2 days ago?
I've never even heard of oysters 2 days ago.
Dang, this looks dangerous. Welcome back to What's Inside.
What's up?
Coming to you today from North Bend, Oregon.
At this really cool place called an oyster farm.
Oyster Farm. This is where oysters come from.
I didn't even know what an oyster was before we came here.
So we've been here for a couple of days learning everything that there is to know about oyster farming, and it's been super fun. He knows a lot about oysters. And in this video, we're gonna show you what's inside an oyster. But on our family channel, we will have a video that shows everything about this oyster process. First, they bring the oysters in on a barge. They drop them on this assembly line, they get washed, they get put into buckets, they split the big ones apart and break them into smaller parts, and then they take them into a room, they shuck some of them, they bag the rest of them, put them on a forklift, and put them in a semi-truck, and it is sent out to everybody in the world that wants to eat oysters. All right, so it's a little bit windy out here. The tide is coming in, and the cool thing is about this trip, we got my brother. This is my brother, Brian. He lives in Arizona, and he's here to hang out with us. He loves fishing, and so when we told him we were coming up here to Oregon, he's like, heck yeah, I'm in on this. So, oyster shells everywhere out here. Lots of oyster shells, abandoned boat, and then check this out.
A oyster!
Yes. We're gonna show you what's inside of an oyster, but we got a few things we wanna do first. So here's the deal. We're out here in Oregon. Brian works for a company called GoDaddy, and they decided to sponsor this video. They have a website builder called GoCentral. I'm not very technical, and he claims that I can build this thing super fast. So here's the deal. We have the computer, it's got Wi-Fi. I am going to try to build a website about our oyster experience in the same amount of time that Lincoln and Brian shuck some oysters. How many oysters do we have?
8.
Are you sure about that?
Ah! I'm excited.
I have shucked exactly 1 oyster in my entire life. There's actually some really interesting things about oysters that we learned today that we're gonna share with you guys and take it open and look inside. Let the challenge begin. Watch me try and do one first. Okay, we gotta pull it out. We put the bottom side down, and we gotta sometimes break off the end a little until you can get it down. All right, so I have already chose the category of education, and I've chose the business name, What's Inside. You're in one. Oh no.
Okay.
Wait. Let's get one open first, because there's a lot you gotta see.
Oh, we got it!
I'm embedding a video on my website already.
Ah, meat!
And they just barely are opening their first oyster. How about that? I'm feeling a little confident here. There's the first one. One's done?
One is done.
I'm putting a list right now to the actual oyster farm that we're at right now. I'm just gonna put their address, their map. If you wanna go get some oysters from those dudes, I'm putting it on the website. All right. Oh my gosh, Lincoln's in one.
No.
He's in one. I'm in trouble. Oh, what?
Oh! Open it all the way up.
Oh! There's the inside of an oyster.
Hey, let's go!
Let's go. What?
Yeah.
We got another one.
Okay, right now I'm putting on there a link to GoDaddy to where you can actually go and build your own website. Oh my gosh, Lincoln, you're actually better than I thought you'd be.
It's better than me.
Oh,
Look at that.
Lincoln's in another one. Okay, so right now I am actually previewing my website. This is crazy. It's been literally like 5 minutes. Like, I know it says less than an hour. I'm previewing it on mobile right now and on my desktop, but I'm on the final step where I publish the website.
What?
It looks pretty good.
Oh!
I'm publishing it,
How?
but the hardest thing is I don't know what to name it. What's inside oysters? Oysters inside.
Oyster poop.
Oyster poop.
Oyster poop.
I'm naming my website Oyster Poop.
Woo! Wait, did we do it? I got the last one. I got it.
That's it. I'm done.
Oh!
I was like,
Are you on your last one?
Yeah.
Dude,
There we go.
he's good, right?
Yeah.
Like, seriously good.
We lost.
Lincoln, air high five. Okay. It's oysterpoop.com.
Best name ever.
Yeah, Lincoln, thanks for that one. If you guys want to go build a website, seriously, go check out GoDaddy's GoCentral. Up here in the Pacific Coast, it takes about 3 years for an oyster to fully mature. But a fully mature oyster, each day can filter 50 gallons of water.
50 gallons, that's a lot of gallons.
Oysters eat phytoplankton, which is like small bits of algae, and it cleans up the ocean. So there's places in the world where they're looking to have oysters come into their bay and set up some farms just to be able to clean the bay. A lot of people are like, am I eating oyster poop when I eat an oyster? You're not really, I mean, kind of. Lincoln, which one are you gonna eat?
I'm not eating any.
Lincoln, which one am I gonna eat?
Lincoln, you
The
gotta
biggest
eat one.
one?
Down below, give a like on this video if you want Lincoln to eat an oyster.
Well, that'll be after, so
If
they'll
we
know
get-
I'm not to eat it.
If we get 40,000 likes, Lincoln will eat an oyster.
I will not eat
Like
an
that,
oyster.
like it right now.
I will not eat it.
You will eat it for 40,000 likes.
No, I won't.
You will.
This is the biggest oyster I've ever seen in my life. They have the shell, and then there's a big muscle that holds the top shell and the bottom shell together.
You don't want to eat an oyster that is dead. You want it to be completely alive until the moment that you eat it. The heart is really close to the abductor, which is like the muscle. And so once you separate the top, you pretty much killed the oyster. And so you want to eat it as quickly as you can after that so that you don't eat it and it gets you sick. So fresh from the
Oh,
ocean
man.
yesterday. Good?
Really, really tasty. Kind of almost has the same texture as like pudding.
I like chocolate pudding.
No, I'm not picking up a lot of chocolate.
That was so much fun killing them.
Okay, hold on.
I loved it.
Why was there no pearls in here? Where's the pearls? You know? There's no pearls. Turns out a lot of these do not have pearls.
This is like the first time that I've actually cut open something and you haven't.
That's a good point.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
a new one. Put it in the record books. I didn't cut anything open for this video.
You
It's
just made
Lincoln.
a website.
I built something. I didn't destroy anything. Lincoln is now gonna take over the What's Inside channel and only cut things open. Sound good?
No, I just want everyone to know about Suedo feces!
Okay, yeah, there's this thing called Suedo feces that we're studying
Suedo
about.
feces!
Super loud, but basically they do have some sort of poop and some sort of Suedo feces, which is little particles that they didn't want to eat that's non-food things that they just kind of spit out. So.
Suedo feces!
And if you want to check out our oyster poop website, you can check it out. Here's the link to the videos of our entire trip, so you can go build your own website. So you guys have got some things to do, and you need to like this video so that Lincoln will eat an oyster.
6 million likes.
Not 6 million.